Hello friends, hi, how are we today? I hope we're all doing well. I am doing fantastic. I am coming at you for the week of April the 15th through April the 21st. See, I told you guys we were catching up. It is currently not even September 21st, so technically, I am not 6 months behind. If I can get this up on time by September 19th, then I will not be behind. But I am coming at you for this week, and I don't have a sticker kit. I wanted to showcase some of my bookish washi. I wasn't really sure what I was going to use, but I also had a lot of bookshelf deco from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. Now, if you don't know, she is one of my favorite shops, and she has been branching out and trying some new stuff, and I think she just has some of the most beautiful book deco that you could imagine. She also has a really beautiful fall autumnal book kit. I think it's called Turn the Page. I've definitely used it a few years in a row. I love that kit. So anyway, I digress. The point is, she's available in the Canada Planner Collective sale from September 20th through 22nd. So I hope you're all seeing this before then. So you can pick up that washi, or that deco rather, if you would like. I am going in on the bottom using some of this new wildflower washi, like the book washi, and then this older version of I couldn't decide which one to use. I think I ended up with that purple, but that purple washi on top, just to make a really bright, colorful, fun spread. She has very neutral bookish deco, and then Sweet Tea Sticker Co. also has very vibrant bookish deco. I've actually added both of them, but I think one of the fun things about this week is that I didn't use full boxes. I didn't have full boxes, obviously. And I didn't feel like just stacking the washi to make full boxes, although in hindsight, I could have done that and made it like a bookshelf. That is a really fun idea for future. What I did do is I pulled in that full box overlay from Lindsay Magical Sticker Plans, and that also is in my last haul video, so I will link that up above. But I decided to bring the deco and sort of, instead of make full boxes, scatter things and pull them into areas to make scenes. Now, it's not the best. This is my first time at this. I have some floating shelves and stuff, but I thought this was a fun and unique way to do things. That's crooked. I can see now. Only on camera. Didn't even notice when I was planning. Anyway, maybe I did. I can't recall. Anywho, I just thought this would be a fun new way to do things. And if you can see, I'm sort of sticking with the boxes. And then I was like, but why am I limited by just those boxes? I could literally put this deco anywhere. So that's what I ended up doing. And it was so fun and so exciting and such a creative way to do things that I don't normally do. This is not my jam. So I really, really enjoyed this. And it took me a little bit longer to plan. I'm not in frame. I'm definitely not used to this. But I had a really fun time doing it. And I loved how it turned out. So in the top, I ended up putting down, I have these date cover sheets from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. I don't know if they're in her shop. You should go check them out. And then I just used the rest of the sheets from Magical Sticker Plans to put in done reading, going to the bookstore, or start a new book, all of that jazz, just to create a little bit more interest at the top. It was a teeny bit bland, but I do love the date cover choices that I chose because I think they go really well with the Sweet Tea Sticker Co. neutral, softer palette deco that I've included here. So overall, I love how this spread turned out. Again, I was really uncertain. I think the spacing's a little bit off if we're going to be completely honest about everything. I'm looking at it now. The spacing is definitely off, but it's not the worst in the world. And I think it turned out okay. You'll just have to watch and let me know. But what I did do is I added some deco into the top of the page. That's not my jam. I don't think I will do that, or at least I will very rarely do that again. It's just not something that is for me. I don't mind if the top of the page is a little bit more empty, but um I do like the books and the deco that I put on top of In My Fantasy Era, that little full box overlay in the top corner. I think that turned out extremely well. So, I don't even know what to say about this week. It was a busy but good week. It's when I really started my gardening in earnest, and it was so nice to be able to get that started. My gardening took a little bit of a turn this summer because of the animals. A lot of my everything got eaten. So I just didn't really know what to do about that, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot that my camera cut out, and for some reason I only ended up at the end of Monday. So let me just quickly walk you through it. Using a Fox and Pip icon, I worked in the office on Monday. And then Paper and Milk Maru, it was a scary news from the clinic. My kiddo, if you recall in last week's plan with me, he was not feeling well. My husband took him to the clinic, and they gave us some silly news. They really gave us a list of options that it could be, and it was one of them. He is anemic, and he also, had tonsillitis, a left ear infection, a whole bunch of stuff. But honestly, like, the way they presented it to my husband was not good. Then I just have this tired person. I was just not feeling very good. I was feeling really emotional, just not good at all. And then we had family snuggles that evening, so I used an Olivia from Sweet Tea Sticker Co., as well as the snuggle script from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. And then my big guy, obviously not feeling well, was very sick, and then he slept all night. He slept for like 15 hours, and then he was like miraculously, plus antibiotics, much better. So it was my flex day. So that is a day off on Tuesday. And I used a squish, just snuggled in bed just to note a day off. And my guy was home from daycare this day just because he was feeling sick, but much better. And then I was the sickest that I've ever been in my entire life. That is a zombie from Once More with Love. We went to get antibiotics for myself and my little guy. And then I got Happy Mail from K.A. Riley, and I used another squish from Fox and Cactus to note that. On Wednesday, I used a Clever Gal Crafts bow icon to note that I did daycare drop-off. And then I went to Sobeys for popsicles because my throat, honestly, when I say I've never been more sick, I have never been more sick in my entire life. It was hideous. Then I had a bubble bath, so I used a leftover Sweet Tea Sticker Co. bubble bath for that. And then I used Coffee Monsters Co. emojis to show that I read some of the day, but mainly I slept. I had to sleep. So this is where the spacing was kind of weird. Obviously, this bookshelf isn't centered. It's more to the side. I did try and get it up, but it is so down there. So very down there. So, that wasn't like the best. But we'll move on to Thursday. And on Thursday and Friday, I marked daycare drop-off the same way with the Clever Gal Crafts bows. And then it's from the allergy sheet, but sick day icon day 3, because I was quite sick again still. And then I had another bubble bath on this day, and I watched 3 episodes of my favorite reality show, Oak Island. So I marked that again with a Sweet Tea Sticker Co. leftover TV. And then I read more of the day. I love that there's like the physical book and the ebook from the Coffee Monsters Co. Just because sometimes I read physical books and sometimes I read ebooks. And I like to mark when I read an ebook. I don't know why. I'm weird. I think we all are a little bit in the planner community. Let's be totally honest, shall we? And then more sleep. I've slept more in these 3 days than I have in the last 4 years. I'm not going to lie. Then on Friday, I was working from home. They didn't make me go into the office, which was really nice. So I used an Olivia. daycare drop off, as we noted. And if you were wondering about where all of my boxes are from, these are literally just leftovers from my reusable album. This is why I keep them for when I do spreads like this. I'm pretty sure there's one pink that I'm not quite so sure of, but I do love everything else that I pulled in. I think it all works nicely. I think it all works neutrally. And because I have such a vibrant bottom washi, I do actually think that the pink works. Anyway, moving on. I changed my sheets because there's nothing I hate more than being in sheets that I slept in while I was sick. And then I did laundry, and again, my hand was still cramping pretty badly, if you recall from the last one. So I just pulled in my laundry script, and I used a paper and milk Maru for the laundry. And then I splurged that evening. A Kate Spade bag that I have been looking at for 2+ years was on sale, and it was on sale for like 70% off. So it was still pretty expensive. It was still like $100, but it wasn't okay. So it wasn't like $700. It was over 50% though. It was 300 something, and then it was 100 with tax included and shipping. So it must have been closer to like 60 to 70% off, I think. Anyway, the Kate Spade outlet, it was on Rakuten, so I also got cash back, and they also had a promotion, so it was like 8% cash back. It was pretty good. Then on Saturday, it was a very calm morning, so I used a fox and cactus icon in her PJs to note that. And a cleaning Olivia, I cleaned out our wagon for the kids. It had been stored in our garage. And then I took the kids on a wagon ride around the block, which was really fun. Then I tidied the house, and then I got both of my kids down for a nap, so I used the Mom Boss mug for that. Then my husband and I took the kids to Costco on a Saturday afternoon, which was just stupid. Like, why would we think that that was a good idea? Anyway, that evening, my husband and I got to spend time together watching the Leafs game, and we lost, and I just don't want to talk about it. I'm not emotionally ready. The season is literally starting in 2 days, and I'm not emotionally prepared. Then it was swim lessons on Sunday morning. So I used my icon from Fox and Pip like I do. And then my big kid and I baked banana muffins together. It's his favorite activity to do. And then we decluttered the garage, which was very nice. Then we spent an ample time outside that day. So I planted some carrots, I planted peas, and I pulled the weeds from the garlic patch. And all of those carrots, peas, and garlic are from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. She made me these sheets because she's a lovely human being. Now, I know I marked in my sidebar that I had not read anything, but actually I had finished Crescent City 3 on this day. It was a bit of a slog to get through. I think the first two were infinitely better than the third one, and the first one was not as good as the second one. Then Steve and I, my husband and I, watched Fallout that evening. So that was the entire week. I love the spacing on the second half better than the first, but I think this was a really nice week. I'm really glad I got to do this style of planning, and I kind of hope I can incorporate it more. I can't wait to see you guys next time. Toodles!